What's going on, guys? My name is Nadeem, and today we're going to talk about 18% metals and how you want to build them. So this is going to be a general guide. Don't take this as an end-all be-all to everything metals, but it's definitely going to give you a very solid foundation to build up on. So 18% are divided into two types of categories mainly, right? We have the either increase 18% to blues, reds, and greens, which those is going to be character specific. So I can't really make a guide on it, but you can work on it if you have a specific unit you want to work on. So if you have a katakuri, then you add the green ones and stuff like that, right? But there are others, which are if your character is attacker, increase by 18, or if your character is a defender, if your character is a runner. And this is what this video is going to focus on, right? If you have spare medals like this one, for example, right? Increase defense by Whitebeard. Well, sure, you can mismatch whichever characters you want. Try to combine different sets to see if your main is a Whitebeard, a pirate character. Then sure, if your main is a New World character, well, you can put the New World 18% medals, and you can work on that, right? But let's take a look at the general foundation of medal sets. So the three general medal sets we're going to work on is these three, right? So the first thing you should work on is for attackers. It's very simple, right? There's this set, there's the boa set, and this one in my opinion is a bit better because you can deal more damage. The other one gives you an extra tankiness, but this one's really good, right? So I have on this one I just have HP here just to give me some HP, but on this one I have full attackers increase attack and attackers increase attack, right? I don't play challenge battles. It's just because I've been playing for so long that I have these saved up. And this is a general attacker set, and I built this like a couple days ago. Before that, I never used 18%, so this was first time for me, and I can't wait to use it. And this is the general best attacker set in the game at the moment. You can change this Luffy for something else if you want skill 2 or skill 1 cooldown, depending on which Luffy. Maybe you can add a law, something like that. Sure, Dressrosa Zoro, but in general, this is a very safe build that's going to be good for a very long time. For runners, this is the set we have, and it gives you a lot of tags, but it's also very good for runners. You can change this one for an attacking Luffy, but recover HP when you capture is very nice for runner. If you have another Luffy, you can put the Luffy, that's completely fine, but this is much, much better. And the beauty of this skill is that it gives you capture speed here, and then you obviously have capture speed here, and gives you a lot of other tags like increased damage, skill 1, skill 2, and everything like that. So what I recommend for runners, in general, you can just do HP attack, right? So I have on this guy, I have full attack. On this guy, I have full HP with some attack. And then here, I just have full HP. Now, I could put 18% on this one because this is a very solid set. It's not going to come back. But for now, I don't necessarily need it because I get, a lot of percents anyways. So attack HP for runners is definitely a very, very solid choice. You don't really need defense. For attackers, same thing. Attack HP is probably better than attack defense most of the time. So you probably want to go for that. As for defenders, it's a bit more complicated, right? Because the third set that everyone recommends obviously would be to go here, go to Dressrosa for some skill 1 cooldown, and you get 20% damage reduction if you have Sugar. So Sugar gives you 7% here, but also with the tag Don Quixote, you get another 7%, so it can lead up to 20% damage reduction. But of course, she's limited. Even I don't have her. Like I had her, but I sold the medals because I didn't think she'd be good because I'm dumb. And yeah, you can obviously pair it up with any other Navy character, right? You can have the Fuji Kora and then build up a Garp or build up a Sengoku. So that's a solid choice. That's a very decent foundation. Maybe you can do some skill 2 stuff with other characters like from Dressrosa, like maybe Barto if you want some skill 2, that could work. But in general, this is the set you're going to go for. And of course, you have one extra choice, which is the newer set, I would say, for defenders. And of course, for defenders, it really depends, right? I like HP attack, HP defense, but you can go defense attack or defense HP or a bit of all, because the thing with defenders that's very interesting is that some of them, like Garp, is fully based on the damage reduction. So he can get 100% damage reduction, like Fuji, like Katakuri, but others are based on defense, like Robin. Kid is more damage reduction, but the new Luffy is defense as well. So if you don't have defense, it's going to suck a bit, right? Because they don't rely on the damage reduction too much. It's nice, but it's not relied on. So yeah, so I say defense is a safe bet, and then you can do some attack or defense HP or full defense with some attack, some HP. That's probably the best bet you have to be safe in general, right? And then the other set that works, of course, is this new Luffy set. And this new Luffy set is probably going to work out, right? Because Luffy has so many tags that you're definitely going to work out a better set than the Fujikura set. And this one's going to give you damage reduction, but you can pair it up with Katakuri. So let's go to, I think, Paramecia. Katakuri has Paramecia. So let's find him here. Where's Katakuri? There he is. And you can pair him up with this, reduce damage received when above 70%. And then you can finally put the third one as anything you want, right? The new Kid, for example, is a solid choice. You get so many tags that work well. And you get knockback heal whenever you knock back. And most defenders have knockback. So that's very solid, very decent choice. But you can also pair it up with this guy. 70% damage received reduced by 5%. Or even let's go to Land of Wano, maybe even Ashura Doji, right? He has damage reduction when in your area. So you can pair up Doji, Kinemon with Luffy, or Luffy, Kinemon and Katakuri, or Luffy, Kid and Katakuri. You can pair it up, right? There's so many choices with Luffy that's less set in stone at the moment, so you can be more free with that. So that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, I don't have this Luffy medal, so yeah, I didn't pull Luffy, and fuck you, Bandai, still. But yeah, that's that for the guide, right? So for example, if you're doing a defender that's maybe, right, maybe you're safe set, maybe you're putting this on your Kid, right? So it wouldn't be wrong to do some when your character's red, put 18% attack, for example, right? Because you're going to use it mainly on Kid. But well, when you focus on only, see this one I'm doing, I have red here, right? Equipped red, red, red. I don't recommend doing different on this character, right? So you can do it in the set, match, mismatch and stuff. But I recommend on one medal, just have one thing, right? Because you can just build up another Korra set with defenders. So you can put it more general or just green and stuff like that. But you cannot change in between the set, right? So if I had here like defenders and red, then I'm kind of locked into this, that red and defender. Well, this one I can put even on a red attacker, right? So just make sure you don't mismatch within the medal, but you mismatch maybe in the set, right? Like I have red here and then defenders here, right? So where you can work on that. If maybe you want it on a new world, then you build someone with full new world, or maybe someone with new world Whitebeard, something like that, because generally you can work on that. Now there are Grand Line Whitebeard pirates like Marco and Ace, but maybe the new ones are just going to be new world. We'll see. But all in all, just make sure when you pair it up, you don't do mistakes like put the same color. It could work if you're super tryhard and you grind out challenge battles and you have so many 18%. Well, that's great for you. But people like me that never go for top anything in challenge battles, I barely even finish them, right? Let's take a look here, right? I skipped the last one. Obviously, I was busy with uni, and I'm still busy with uni, but I have 1 week left, and this one's in 10 hours, and I'm only at 42, and I really enjoyed this one because, I don't have to make a whole team and stuff. So yeah, you see, I'm not the big challenge battle guy. I never grinded for any top or anything. So if you do that, well, you have more choices and more liberties, but that's not necessarily the video for you, because if you have and you challenge all these challenge battles to the top, well, you're good, right? You don't need a guide. So with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this was helpful. Peace.